Hello, everyone, and welcome back. Today we are looking at the Cobra Power Fighter. This comes with a Techno Viper figure. So the Cobra Power Fighter is the first release, or was first released in the United States back in 1994. It included the operator Techno Viper. The Power Fighter was discontinued, unfortunately, that very same year. And this, much like the G.I. Joe counterpart, also has a shooting missile launcher. Uh, the only thing is this is only a single one where the GI Joe version had three. So I will just consider it as just a reloading, auto reloading. It would kind of stink to have to jump out and manually reload a missile every time you did this. So we'll just play it for what it is. Looking at the driver, the Techno Viper version 2, which was released with the Power Fighter in the 13th series in 1994 with the Star Brigade subset. All right, so we do only have a couple pictures here. Again, I don't know where they come up with these wonderful pictures of it being in the box, but here it is in the box. Um, and the back version or back side of the box here. So Cobra scientists and Techno Vipers used stolen GI Joe documents to create their own power fighter units. The integrated design allows Techno Vipers to launch raids on planets no matter how rough the alien terrain may be. Cobra Power Fighters pack plenty of firepower for all purpose destruction or to attack G.I. Joe troopers when they least expect it. So, looking at the differences here, we have a triple blaster here. We have a smaller cannon, so I'm just calling that the same GI Joe anti-personal blaster here. Our missiles are on the side. Instead of having that spinning saw, we have a chainsaw here. Otherwise, they fit in there fairly similar as to what we had seen before, but it is changed up a little bit here. Seeing the two of them side by side would be wonderful, but unfortunately, we don't really get that. So, just kind of going on from there. So, going through all of our blueprints, we do have the positionable missile launcher, the Viper control cockpit, the adjustable command helmet, the giant chainsaw mechanism, the all-terrain planetary treads, Cobra communications antenna, top Cobra modified laser, side Cobra modified laser gun, and Techno Viper figure. Then we have all that, and then on the bottom here, we also have the nice picture that we are using ourselves. And the only other power fighter we have is the one that we had last week. So really kind of makes this a little bit nice doing these kind of back to back like I really am doing here. Uh, but it is just that interesting thing. Actually, the one that they have listed or shown here is because obviously I must have flipped over is the wrong one. All right, so this is the correct one. So we have our triple auto blasters here at say speeder scale, our anti-personnel auto blaster here, our three missile launchers, and our chainsaw. So really not too much different, but keeping a lot of it the same for that very same reason. If there's not a big reason to change it up, why change it up? And if it's captured from GI Joe, I'm sure that Destro and Mars and all that are going to be able to kind of copy a lot of it. So we'll just kind of get on over to our D6 stats and go from there. Okay, so looking at the power fighter here. Now this is the Cobra one, still being at speeder scale, the same length of 6 feet. Just figuring all the weapons and everything else we have here. Crew of one, no passengers. Still keeping that same cargo capacity of 45 kilograms and being a full coverage. Now again, this is all repeated from last week's. So maneuverability is going to be plus 1D plus 2. And a movement speed is going to be 10 miles an hour or 16 kilometers an hour uh, for movement speed, and that same 60 meter jump capability. Our body strength is still going to be at a 2D. Now, where we get our changes, we still have our three missile launcher, but this is on our right arm, not our left arm. Last time I think I had it on the front. Walker scale, 4D fire control, 7D for our damage. Our triple heavy repeating blaster. Now this is different. This is the left arm here. Fire control is 2D, damage is 7D. And then we get to our repeating blaster, which is our back turret. Now this is at personnel scale, 2D fire control, and 5D for damage. And last but not least, we have our chainsaw underneath our missile launcher here. And that has a right arm arc, speeder scale, fire control is 2D, damage is 5D. Just kind of getting into all that. Just a slight change up here in how we're doing things, but keeping everything fairly much on par with each other. Just, you know, keeping them on an even fighting ground so that way they're always a danger to each other. You can't say one's better, one's worse, whatever. Just kind of keeping things that even plane and going from there. But moving forward, it is kind of an interesting thing of how we're, like I said last week, getting more into the robots and everything else. We've seen that in the 93 series, I believe, where we had the taller robots. Now these are the smaller ones to kind of have more field use out of. So going from there. With that being said, thank you so very much for joining me today. It's always wonderful having you here. I hope you're doing well, and I will see you in the next video.